Oh, here we go. Dreamcast guy at it again. Xbox is dead. Again. Oh, what are we even doing here, man? Alright, roll the intro. So there I am, right, just scrolling YouTube, all innocent, with my morning coffee, right, and I see it. I see that. I see Dreamcast's ugly mug, and him declaring that Xbox isn't dead. It isn't dead again. It isn't dead for the 15th, 14th time. It is truly dead now. Like, of all the things the algorithm could have given to me, it gives me this. It knows me so well. So I press it and it's as bad as you can imagine. It's beyond bad. So, look, man, let's just get into what the genius has to say. So, Dreamcast guy, why is Xbox truly dead? Do let us know.
Hey there, gamers, Dreamcast guy here, and today we're talking about Xbox versus PlayStation because Microsoft just announced that pretty much the last exclusive that currently exists for the Xbox is now coming to the PlayStation 5, and they're actually fixing it at the same time, which is Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga.
Dreamcast guy, bruv, stop it. He's like the last ever exclusive is coming to PlayStation. Like, that's it. Xbox is dead. It's like giving its final thing away. I mean, you didn't mention, I don't know, Stalker 2. Is that on PlayStation, bro? Fable? Can you play any Fables right now on the PlayStation, bro? Oh, you can't. That's right. Is Halo available yet on PlayStation? Is Halo? No, it's not, is it? I'm sure you could go through a list and find tons of games that are still only available on the Xbox, that you can't get on the PlayStation, bro. So the last exclusive? What do you mean the last exclusive? Now, I know exclusives, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll move on to exclusives in a minute. But already, you're talking nonsense. Already, just at the start of the video, because Hellblade isn't the last exclusive, is it? Starfield, is that available yet on the PlayStation? I mean, look, it probably will be in the future. But as of right now, it isn't. So what you're saying already is fucking false. Right out the gate, you lose your credibility. I mean, you have as much credibility as your goddamn teeth do, but still, right out the gate. And also, does Hellblade need fixing? What does he mean it's getting fixed? Is it broken? Like, I don't remember it being broken. Is it broken? Fixed how? In what way? DualSense added? Like that? What are you talking? Let's let the man continue. I just wanted to highlight. Can't even speak. I just wanted to highlight how already he's speaking nonsense.
When this initially came out, I reviewed it. I played it on Game Pass.
Wait a minute. Wait. Where did you say you played it again?
Played it on Game Pass.
On Game Pass. Interesting. Just interesting, that's all. Game Pass, okay. Oh, let's continue.
And to be honest, I was very much not impressed. The game's like 5 hours long, and most importantly, it was hard-locked at 30 FPS. It definitely didn't run good, it didn't look good, but...
Oh, Dreamcast guy, my bullshit meter is going off the chain right now. Okay, listen, you can say what you want about Hellblade 2. Bruv, you can say it's a walking simulator. You can say that you didn't like it, that it was too short. You can say whatever the hell you like. And you can hang it under the banner of subjectivity and no one can call you a damn liar. But, and there's a but, Dreamcast guy, the moment you say Hellblade 2 didn't look good, my guy, bruv, the moment you downplay it visually, you expose yourself as a fucking liar. Because you can say what you like when you like. But it doesn't matter what... Look, water is always wet. The sun is always hot. Taxes always need to be paid, death is inevitable, and Hellblade 2 looks fire. There is no in between there, my guy. Hellblade 2 is... Look, there's many things it isn't, okay? But what it is a true graphical showcase. A walking sim, it might fucking be, bro. But when you're walking, damn, that shit looks fire. And as it being locked to 30, listen, I'm as much of an advocate for 60 FPS as the next guy. But if any game can get away with being 30, it's Hellblade. Because by your own admission, bro, all you really do is walk around in that game. So, yeah, it didn't look good. It didn't look good. What? Anyone watching this knows why I'm struggling to find the words to articulate the stupidity behind that statement.
I'm kind of fascinated because a lot of PlayStation people are cheering this on. A lot of PlayStation people seem to be interested.
I hate to keep interrupting you, Dreamcast guy, but isn't it always funny how Xbox has no games of value, but in the moment that they head over to PlayStation, suddenly there's massive interest. Suddenly everyone's cheering it like, Xbox has no games. Game announcement. Oh my god, we can't wait to play it. It's just, keep the same energy, at least.
A lot of the people that I know that own an Xbox, they're kind of pissed about even investing in this generation. They hate the fact that they bothered to buy an Xbox Series X, even if they also bought a PlayStation 5. A lot of people are saying, why did I spend $500 on a system 5 years ago that at this point is literally useless?
Who, bruv? Dreamcast guy, who? Who is saying this? No one's saying this. There's no Xbox user out there saying this shit. No one is cradling their Xbox in a corner, crying themselves to sleep, saying, I wish I'd never bought this in 2025, while they're quick resuming between Expedition 33, Atomfall, Doom Dark Ages, and everything else that's been bloody coming out. No one is saying this, bruv. The Xbox is useless? What? Because Hellblade, a game that came out day and date to Xbox years ago, is coming out to the PlayStation. Suddenly, it's a useless box? Really? No? Bruv, come on, man. Come on, man. Who's saying this? No one's saying this, just a little voice in your dim-witted brain. No one is saying this, bro. The Xbox has been fire in 2025. When Gears of War Reloaded comes out, day and date on Xbox. When the new Gears of War game comes out, day and date on the Xbox. Doom Dark Ages, day and date. Bro, just stop it. You sound absolutely stupid. It doesn't make the box useless because Hellblade is going to the PlayStation 5. In fact, it doesn't change anything, really, for the Xbox user if all the games go to the PlayStation 5. How does it change an Xbox user's experience if a game he's playing and enjoying is also available on the PlayStation? It doesn't, bruv. And the only people who would really care are basement dwellers who spend all their time on Twitter who have no personal life at all. And those people and what they care about, they're just a loud minority. Real people don't give a single fuck. And you know that, Dreamcast guy. So stop the fucking cap. Jesus Christ. It's like people I know, they're all saying it. Like this is some big, like, consensus in the world. You know what I mean? Like people are really that upset about this. No one's that upset about Hellblade going to PlayStation Pro. No one gives a shit.
I just want to start to...
Are you feeling all right, bro?
Start to...
These new teeth aren't helping you, are they, Dreamcast? I'm just gonna let you get over this hurdle. You'll get there eventually. I believe in you. So we have then what comes after this hurdle, bro? Fucking hell.
I want to start to... This is real. I have to admit that I just woke up, and it took me a couple seconds to even acknowledge the fact that this is reality, because it just seems like such a, to me, it seems like we're seeing the last bits of Xbox die.
Wow. Wow, bro. The last bits of Xbox die. There's a lot to unpack there. The finality in what he's trying to suggest. That Hellblade, one, let's just address the apparent shock of this happening. Like Xbox haven't been putting exclusives over there, right? Like Forza isn't over there. Do you know what I mean? Like this hasn't already been happening. Like the world isn't already aware of Microsoft's plans for Xbox and its future, right? Like we've not already discussed all this in length. Like this is, if this had just happened out of the blue, like randomly, and Xbox was still trying to be a first-party exclusive game developer, which they're not, and we're all aware of what's happening, right? Like that. So if this had just happened, I'd understand that. Oh my god, I woke up, I saw the news, I tripping over his words because he just can't handle the shock, horror, and all that an Xbox exclusive is coming over to the PlayStation. But, bruv, we already know. Like, and Hellblade isn't as big as Forza. Like, so why are you acting like, oh my god, the final nail in the coffin? Like, so first of all, the shock is fake. We know that's fake. Secondly, we already know, and it's already been talked about. The narrative has been explored time and time again of Microsoft's strategy, and I don't need to go into it now, that coming over to X doesn't suddenly mean Xbox is dying. And how can, if you look on the PlayStation right now, the games which are dominating the store are Xbox games, bruv. So you could argue Xbox games have never been as big as they are right now. Hellblade is about to see a surge, a revival, a resurrection, a game which probably hasn't been played for quite some time. And even yourself said you didn't think it was that good. You didn't think it was that good. You didn't rate it. Even though it wasn't rated, I guarantee you, Hellblade 2 is probably going to sell more on the PS5 than Astrobot did. So, the Xbox games, even though Xbox is dying, are going to do better than PlayStation first-party games did. Son, your PlayStation 5 is just an Xbox at this point, but without Game Pass. Like, what is, bro, how can it be dying when its games are so relevant? I don't think you understand what death means. You know, death is finality. It's over. It's done. There's no indication that Xbox as a brand is going anywhere. In fact, it's seeing greater numbers than it's ever seen in many areas, and that's, well, quite the opposite of death. It's very, very, very much alive and thriving. So, again, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Anyway, this is exhausting. Let's continue.
I've been making videos now for many, many years, and I did a whole series of videos that pissed people off where I called it Xbox is Dead. In fact, to be a troll, I kind of want to call this video Xbox is Dead. But the reason I did that series is because it's been interesting to watch piece by piece the entire narrative, the entire messaging, the entire hype cycle around Xbox just getting peeled back bit by bit. And when I see stuff like this, Hellblade 2 Enhanced coming to PlayStation 5, I feel like this is acknowledging that it's going to be getting a 60 FPS patch on the Pro, meaning that if you are a console gamer and you want to play games in the best power possible, you have to get a PlayStation 5 Pro, or in this case, at least a PS5.
I mean, another fake statement. You know, look, realistically, the PS5 Pro every single game should look better, play better, and be better on the Pro. I've always said this. I actually think people who bought the Pro deserve that. I think if a gamer goes out there and buys a Pro, they deserve it because they've bought the Pro edition, right? I don't think there's anything taboo about the Pro players getting the Pro version of a game. ideally, in an ideal perfect world, that should be the case, and I wish it was. I do. I think anyone who goes out and buys it should get that, but they don't. There's some games like Shadows, yes, which are better on the Pro, and good, it should be. I mean, fucking hell, what are we doing here if it isn't? But there's also games which don't run better on it, and that's a disaster. There's games which don't, which actually perform worse on the Pro than they do on base systems. And that makes it a pointless purchase. Every single game should be better. It's inexcusable that even one game should perform better on a base system. The thing is inconsistent, it's unreliable, and because of that, it's not worth the purchase. And if Hellblade comes out and it has a 60 frames per second patch, good, it should do. It being enhanced on the Pro that doesn't hurt the Xbox. How does it hurt the Xbox? The Xbox doesn't have a Pro model. Of course they're going to enhance it for the PlayStation. You know why? Because the game developers don't care about all this petty bullshit. If there's a Pro version, they're gonna utilize that extra tech the best they can, and they should do. Otherwise, what is happening here, right? But Hellblade is such a slow-paced game that I'm not really sure how big of a difference a 60 frames per second patch is really going to make. Your argument is if you want to play the game the best possible way, you should buy the Pro. Buying the Pro it's not worth the price. If you're buying a Pro because you want 60 FPS for Hellblade 2, then you're wasting your money, because that is a slow game, and you're realistically going to get the exact same experience if you play it on a PS5 Pro or an Xbox Series S. Because the game won't really be affected too much, although the visuals would probably take a bit of a hit, but still the experience would be relatively the same. Do you know what I mean? So it's not here or there. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the game is going to be night and day if you play it on a Series X or the PS5 Pro. It's going to be negligible. My problem with the Pro is it's always been negligible. You can play Shadows on a Series X. Unless you have the Pro version running side by side with it, you're not going to notice any differences. And who realistically has that setup? No one. So if you play you're still getting the optimal experience regardless to how you look at it. Your experience doesn't change because Shadows are better in certain areas on one or the other. So anyway, moving on.
With all these games presumably and the rest of the lineup soon to follow, can anyone give me a single reason to own an Xbox that isn't Game Pass? Truly feels like Xbox has just given up. Now I have to admit that when I have made all those videos about Xbox is dead, I always thought that it would be a slow, miserable death as they just slowly became less and less relevant. I'll be honest, I never imagined that we would just see. It does kind of feel like Xbox just threw up their hands and said, fine, we'd rather sell you a game on PlayStation 5 than not sell you a game at all. Fine.
First of all, this is always a stupid question. Well, what's the point in Xbox other than Game Pass? It's like, well, it has Game Pass. So you're asking me to just answer the question without talking about Game Pass. I can do it fairly easily, but it's a stupid question because it has Game Pass, though. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're recognizing that it has something fucking amazing and epic. Something that you would like on your PlayStation. And say, well, if you didn't have Game Pass, but we do have Game Pass. I have Expedition 33 installed, I have Oblivion installed, I have Doom Dark Ages installed, and I've not had to buy any of them, and that drives you mental. But to answer the question, let's pretend we live in a world where Game Pass is no more. And you're saying, what reason is there, though, to have an Xbox if all of the Xbox games are heading to the PlayStation? And you know what? There's a point to be made. Alright, well, if PlayStation has exclusives, which Xbox doesn't get, but Xbox doesn't have any exclusives that PlayStation doesn't get, then what's the point in an Xbox? One could make the argument then that if you can only buy one console, if Game Pass doesn't exist, because that's a major selling point, if it doesn't exist, maybe PlayStation will be the way to go. You could make that argument, but you could also argue that the Xbox still has a lot more to offer, though. Because one, you're still going to get all those games. If you're not into the games that PlayStation make exclusive, and that's a big key, right? If you're not really into Forza Horizon, which who is? It's crap. If you're not really into that slow, third-person, over-the-shoulder view narrative game that Sony make over and over and over again, if you're not, I mean, I'm into it, but if you're not, then there's a lot you're still missing out on, though. Let's not pretend Xbox is the only thing an Xbox has. Its backwards compatibility is still king. The fact you can go pick up a bunch of physical games for cheap, slot it into your Xbox, and boom, you're playing. No bells, no whistles, no fuss. That's not nothing. The play anywhere is a mental feature. The fact that I can just save my game, jump onto another one, log in, and boom, I'm right back in my game. The play anywhere thing is amazing. Cloud saves is amazing. Quick resume is a game changer, and I know that makes you mad. I know it makes you sad, but it is, right? So there's a lot to be said about as a system, as a gaming system. Its functionality eclipses the functionality on the PlayStation 5. So let's not pretend the Xbox is just a dead system and it's useless and it's crap because its games have been ported years after the fact to the PlayStation. It's a dumb narrative. It doesn't make any sense. It makes you sound stupid. Well, it does, I mean, you are quite stupid, Dreamcast. That's why we're here. But anyway, Jesus Christ. So I was going to insert another clip here, but then having watched it, I realised there's nothing else to say. Dreamcast guy has said everything he needs to say in that Xbox is dead. Hellblade 2 coming out on PlayStation confirms its death, allegedly. So that's it. Is Xbox well and truly dying? Is it dead, buried, gone? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'm going to go play my dead system now. Not had much time to game lately, but maybe I'll start Expedition 33 on my dead system with Game Pass.